Power catamarans are all the rage at the moment. Behind me here is the very latest new 42-foot model from Aquila. Now, Aquila are an American brand. They're built in China and they're a really well thought out cruising machine. So if we start and have a look here, you can see that it's got underwater bow bulbs. That helps extend the waterline length, make it more efficient through the water. You'll also notice that that joining bridge deck, although it comes down a bit, is still well clear of the water. So that's designed to make sure that it doesn't have too much interaction with any incoming waves. If you're heading into a sea, it should still run like a traditional catamaran. Now I've got full length hull windows all the way along here. There's lots of light down below deck. It is very much a traditional power catamaran dimensions in terms of the length is 42 feet and the width is 21 feet, so it is 50% of the overall length. Now here you can see the width of those two hulls. It's around about 2 meters wide, and you can see that they have kept that tunnel height all the way through to the stern here to make sure that it doesn't make contact with the water. Now, there's a big fixed bathing platform here. They don't go in for hydraulic ones. It adds weight and they want to keep that nice and high. They don't want it getting anywhere near the water. Now cleverly they have cut off the platform at that point there so you can board from the side or from the stern. So if we step on there, and you can see up above there is a winch to make sure that you can lift the tender on and off that platform. So rather than having a hydraulic platform, it just sits on chocks on board that fixed platform and it lifts up and then extends out over the sea and drops down into the sea behind it. Now whilst we're here, we'll have a quick look under this platform here, because this is where the bathing ladder lives. And one of the things you'll notice is just what a good size that is. So you've got 4 deep rungs, the whole thing slides out on runners. When it reaches the end, we haven't got space here, but then it swings down and you've got 4 rungs under the water and good grab handles here. So really nice, comfortable ladder to use, and it tucks completely away so it doesn't get tangled in anything when you do come into a dock. It's the kind of sensible, practical thinking that they do rather well. It may not be the highest level of fit and finish, but a lot of the practical stuff is very well thought out. Big cockpit area here. You can see the full width of that cockpit now. Dining table, lots of seating all the way around it. And then this lovely little galley area here, which again, very much an Aquila trademark, if you like, to have this aft galley arrangement. There's a big window up here that swings down. We've got bifold doors here that swing across, so that does completely enclose that wheelhouse area when you're out at sea, but it does mean it also opens up really nicely when you're on anchor. There's a fold over bar section there, so when you have opened it up, you've then got the 2 stools here, and there's a rather nice interaction then between the cockpit, the galley, inside, outside. And you'll see there's no changes in deck height here either. There's no awkward steps to catch yourself on. There's just that one step up from the bathing platform and then up onto the side decks, but everywhere else it's nice and flat. Now U-shaped galley area, that makes a lot of sense. Gives you extra working space, it gives you a bit of support if you are in a bit of a seaway, and a very nice sociable arrangement. We've already mentioned that interaction between the cockpit, but it also works in this direction. You've then got the seating and the saloon area over on this side, so you very much are at the heart of the boat. Lots of storage everywhere you look, lots of deep lockers, microwave, 2-ring burner, more space under there, big sink over on this side. And lots of chiller space too. We've got a really good size, not quite a full height fridge freezer, but decent sized fridge, good size freezer. And again, more storage everywhere you look. Now, it's not the finest quality cabinetry I've ever seen, but it feels decently sturdy, nice and practical, does the job. Right, let's start with the accommodation. Let's go down into the owner's cabin. Now, you can have 3 or 4 cabins on this boat. If you go for the 3 cabin, then you get this very special full-length master cabin. The bed occupies pretty much the full width of the hull here. There's a little bit of space down either side, so you can make your way into bed. There's a bit of storage alongside, more storage around here. But this is what makes it rather special, because you've got the full length of the hull dedicated entirely to this cabin. You've got a nice working area over here on the port side, full length hull windows, hatches overhead, letting more light in. Plenty more storage over on this side, really deep hanging locker, and then a large bathroom forward in the bow. Just see it starting to narrow down a little bit on this side, but again, lots of floor space. Still got all that natural light coming in. Circular sink and a really good sized shower. Plenty of space, you can either sit in there, got an overhead rain shower or a more traditional shower head. Again, more storage everywhere you look. And then if we come back out, let's go into the starboard hull to start with. To follow with. And this is set up as the other sort of VIP cabin, if you like. Again, I'm sorry about this pulsing. I can't seem to get rid of that, whatever I do to the flicker rate or the shutter speed. But you can see there is another full width bed there. Hull windows along that side. Bathroom in here. Now, if you choose not to have the full length owner's cabin, you can get 2 cabins down below. And if you go for that option, then you have a central bathroom between the 2. You have 1 cabin in the aft section and 1 in the forward section. So that's how it would work if you go for the full cabin. Now, this is arguably the most interesting cabin of all. This is what they call the flex cabin. And I mentioned that they've tried to maintain a really good clearance height at the bow. And the compromise is that you lose a little bit of headroom and volume in this forward cabin. So this is the bridge deck. That's how deep it is. It's not full standing headroom. It's probably around 5 foot. You see, I have to crouch. But once you're sat down, there's plenty of room. And as people often say, you're not really going to spend any time in here during the daytime. You're here to sleep. And in that respect, you've got plenty of room to sit up in bed. And also this rather impressive ensuite bathroom. Once you drop down into the hull, you're back to that 7 foot of headroom that we've got all the way around the rest of the boat. So really good size ensuite bathroom, even though the cabin itself is relatively small. But everywhere else, we've got 7 foot of headroom, all the way through the galley, all the way through both of the main cabins. And then let's go up onto the flybridge. Now, really nice shallow steps here. It's not a really steep ladder style, it's nice and wide, good deep steps and a relatively shallow angle. So very easy to walk up here, just as you would the staircase at home. And then another Aquila signature is this central helm pod. Walk around all the way around it. It's a bit like a sort of Portuguese bridge. Seating on both sides, so really sociable. If you're the captain, you can sit at the helm position. Got people down both sides. You've got room for a co-pilot, navigator. Very neatly done helm station, actually. Quite a smart stainless steel and leather wheel. Single Raymarine MFD. Standard Volvo controls. That's twin 300 horsepower D4s. All very nice and simple. It's on shafts, there's no complicated pods or stern drives to worry about. Nice clean design, not overly fussy. We've got bow thruster, anchor lights, all the essentials, but nothing more than that. More wrap of seating all the way around here. There is an infill that goes in that table if you want to extend that all the way. And a wet bar style galley here. Lift that up. There's a grill that provides a little bit of screening from the wind. If you're at anchor, it's going to be coming over the bow usually, so that should make sure that the grill stays nice and hot and any smoke or smells blow over the back. There's more cooler space up here. Lots of storage. But the part I really like about these Aquila flybridge designs is this staircase leading down to the bow. There is a gate, so you can close it off if you've got children on board and you want to keep it secure, you can do that. You can put canopies all around here and protect this area if you want to give it some protection. But just 1, 2, 3 steps down and you're on this fabulous foredeck area. Really appreciate the beam of the boat here. You've got all this space and width to play with. A couple of sunbeds, you can see that those backrests prop up so you can have a nice relaxed laid back position. Corner seats on these bow rails, again a lovely spot just to perch and makes it a bit more sociable, so you can have some sitting, some lying, and lots of space. Deep storage hatches right in the bow, so ahead of the bathroom in the master cabin you've got a really deep storage area there where you can chuck all manner of fenders or kit. There's another one over on this side, exactly the same. Absolutely load that up. Got loads of drinks down there at the moment. And of course access to the windlass and the anchor. Oh, just see if I can open that up. There we go. So you can see the anchor running under this. Might just have to open that one up too to really get a feel for that. So there's the anchor running through the bow. There's the windlass and the chain drops down into a locker underneath that. Close that up. And then walk back down. Really nice wide side decks. And good to see there's grab handles on both sides. So we've got one over here, one on this side, about thigh height, nice wide side deck, very easy to move along, no steps at all until you get to this cockpit, and then it's just drop back down into the cockpit space. Now whilst we're here we might have a quick look at the engine room, or one of the engine rooms. There are of course two, one in each hull. If I just sit down in the engine hatch, you can see that Volvo Penta D4 300, straight shaft drive, very nice and simple, keeps it all as reliable and straightforward as possible. You've got fuel tanks on this side, trying to see if they say that's got a 252 litre capacity. There's another one forward. I think it's around about 1,100 litres in total. Drop down in there. There you can see we've got the raw water strainer on the front of the engine, the diesel fuel filter separator on the bulkhead there. Lots of storage space behind for bits and bobs and easy access to the steering. That is the brand new Aquila 42. I think probably you've got a flavour of this boat. It's not the top level in terms of finish or design, but it's a really well thought out cruising boat where the things that matter in terms of space for all your kit, in terms of not too many steps, in terms of a smooth, efficient running hull, it looks like they've got really right. So I hope you've enjoyed having a quick look round. Do please let me know what you make of the boat in the comments. Always interested to hear your thoughts, not just listen to me blathering on, so do let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to catching you on the next one.